Hello and welcome. Today we'll be using the Swift Adaptation template for a Lei Luo build I like to call the Palpatine build. From Lone Wolf, we'll grab the Endless Assault to continually use our secondary, Chain Lightning, as it will generate charges over time. Then, when the game begins, grab Lei Luo starting Enhancement to not consume any Chain Lightning during our primary, Fatal Current, and the build is now active and ready. For Spiritual Blessings, you can grab anything you'd like, but here we're going to grab High-Powered Arc for increased Chain Lightning damage and increased bounces. Then we'll put a point of progress towards dual spells from the Star Envoy, grab her a weapon, and begin. To show you how quickly this build shreds through enemies, this first vault is obliterated with our unlimited power. We then ignore an emergency heal encounter at the end of the second stage. For Stone Statue vault encounters, we can ignore the risk of adding more enemies on account of not needing to use our weapons to deal damage. For the Elite Experiment, we get one of the best possible rooms to fight them in, because of the time it takes to jump down on the lower floor, we can continually kite them until victory. And now, after 5 minutes, we find ourselves at the boss of Act 1, Lei Luo. Because of our Chain Lightning, the added enemies and rocks from the Golem prove to be of no additional problem. All we have to do is focus on the boss itself. In Act 2, for our interdependent fortunes, we grab Brutal Gloves and Deadly Curse for the sake of damage and unlimited power, just like Palpatine would have wanted. Then we grab Armed Caster, solidifying the rest of the build, where we will try to combine the crit multiplier of 2 snipers with the Gemini effect. From our first vault, we grab Glazed Sight, as more crit damage equals more lightning damage, and then obliterate the remaining enemies in the area, followed by grabbing our Gemini effect for higher crit multi. To demonstrate the current state of the build, here's the elite counter for Act 2. Easy. Now, just before the boss, we'll upgrade our weapon for no particular reason, then head into the arena to fight the Ichthyosaurus offspring, whom has elemental armor as the added effect. This takes us a little moment, but similar to Lei Luo, there is no difficulty in this fight whatsoever. For the interdependent fortunes in Act 3, we grab only the Curse, Cautious Shots, hoping for Evil Devouring Sword, and a steady profit from the Spiritual Remnant. Not long after our prayer for the Evil Devouring Sword has been answered in a Starlight Gamble, where we will also grab Scroll Enhancer and Spirit Feline. Then, after zapping more enemies with all this power we have at our hands, we have a wizard battle and find ourselves at the final boss, Ford, a giant ship. of the final act. We grab more Cursed Scrolls, then swap out Steady Profit for Prepare Ahead, adding a point in Swift Adaptation, Wicked Power, and Mystic Shield to activate those effects. In the final part of the stage, we come across a duo Mandrill Invasion, who fortunately don't give us much trouble, followed by more Mandrills of the 2 elite enemy types that can spawn in the board. These cause us to lose a run if we are not careful. Finally, we are at the final boss of Act 4, the Polar Monarch. After recycling scrolls for scroll enhancement value, I'll be showing all of the active skill links, my weapons, a lot of points from Golden Goblets, and that'll be the end of our Palpatine build's unlimited power with Chain Lightning. Have a good day.